Mic check 1, 2. Got to get this party started, folks.
Icy Black Tina in the house. Quita in the house. About to get this started. All right, Camo's in the house. Abba Dreams in the house. Get your grub on the grill. Yeah. All right, let's turn this down a little bit, all right?
And the pot calls the kettle black, calls the kettle burnt, calls her mad. Kettle reminds the pot that we both been burned on the same stove, that the parts of our bodies that are layered in soot were scorched by the same hands. Kettle tells pot that she still boils water, holds the hot breath of a white man's tongue, endures the slow simmer of a white woman's allyship, and still we make something beautiful. Pot calls the kettle wicked, and kettle says no, but says she's so magical she burned the hand of the last man who tried to pour himself a piece of her. Says she's so black she is everything, so black she is the beginning. She is the first thing someone finds home in when they wake up in the morning. Says ain't that what it means to be black? To have the world go up in flames around you and still be sanctuary for someone, saving men who lost themselves the night before, saving men who curse our names but forget his mama is made of steel too. And now the pot has no words but calls the kettle bitter, but loves the glass pan, the fine china, loves all the exotic shit white men put behind glass casings, loves how fragile things not made of steel can be. But this isn't about the pot or the pan. This is about the kettle, the black woman, how she pours herself across the earth, but no one bats an eye when the water disappears. We give ourselves to men who never love us, but they say we are difficult, too hard to break. How we, the kettle, praise this pot, this man for all the water he holds. How we are the only ones who do not call him monster when the water boils over, because we know this heat, this white flame, hot enough to make any of us explode. We are the first ones to make noise when the world goes up in flames, but they say the earth was saved by the man who heard her scream. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says yes, but says you best remember you black too. The next time they bring a fire to your neck, they burn black bodies on the stake and the stove. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says bitch I might be, says nuck if you buck, then says wipe me down. Kettle says yes my nigga, I be black, I be mad, and I boiled the last man down to his bones when he tried to test me. Pot calls the kettle black, and kettle says hell yes. But don't say my name as if you ain't ever been burnt too.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the DJ Torch Network, DJ Torch and Friends Network, because this network is all of us. Now, I wanted to stop this for a minute, and I'll tell you why. I figured something out. This is what I figured out, that black men, we are more focused on impressing black men than we are women in general. Think about it. Think about it for a second here. One, we dress to impress men. Baggy short, baggy pants, tennis shoes, everything. And see, the funny thing is that the women you want, they're not attracted to that. Not all the time. Not like every time you step out. Okay. And it's funny because the women you get might be okay with it, but the women you want, they're not okay with it. But you really dress for your fellas anyway, right? I mean, you dress for your dudes, because I've seen guys in the manosphere show off their shoe collection, tennis shoe collection. I've seen them show off, their hip hop attire selection. I've seen them show off their very masculine looking cars that don't really women like, with the oversized tires. I call them hood bangers. The funny thing is this. I figured it out for you guys. Life on this planet is going to go better for you because I figured it out for you right now better than any other of these red pill nuts. If you want a good woman, try to attract them. Don't think they're going to conform to being attracted to a way you want to look and all of that garbage. See, you always guys talk about traditional and all that kind of stuff. Wearing baggy pants ain't traditional. Wearing tennis shoes all the time ain't traditional. Wearing a baseball hat is not traditional. So you're talking that traditional game, but you're walking that modern game. Do you see what I'm talking about? Yeah, you do. But you see, that's the only thing is this. Look, you can impress anybody you want to impress. But if your priority is to impress your buddies, more than likely you're not, unless they're like designers, more than likely you're not going to impress a woman. Women in general, believe it or not, know how to dress a man better than most of you men know how to dress yourselves. You know it's true. So the funny thing is this. I am giving you better advice than Angry Bird, Kitten in Heels, MTR, all of those fools. They never told you, hey, look, who are you trying to attract? Who are you trying to attract? Do you want to attract men? You're doing it. You're doing it up. And look, it's working. Look at all these men that are attracted to you. Look at all these men. Look at all your friends that call you up and text you. You may not get one call from a woman, though, but you're getting calls from your buddies because you groomed yourself for them. That's my best. That is my advice I'm giving you guys. It's hard advice for many, logic for most. Because you understand what I'm saying. If you set up your character to only impress men, and you set up your attire to only impress men, and your lifestyle to only impress men, then what are you going to get? Men. All right, let's go. Okay, let me bring this over here. I might not be big enough. Let me go with this one. All right. This one's a special shout out. I think I want to try to get this entertainment thing going. Well, actually, what I'm going to do is drop this down. Okay, right here. Here we go.
Vamos às escalações do Brasil e de Senegal aqui no Sport TV.
We are going to watch a little bit of soccer for a second. I'm going to show you some. Here we go.
Brasil jogando com Ederson, número 23. A zaga tem Danilo.
Wait a minute. Let me get Camo on the stage, doggone it, and let me get these shout outs out the way while Camo gets up here. Okay, let me do that. And go here. And boom. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Okay. In the house, Kitten in Caskets, better known as Camo. In the house, Kim Lee Moon. In the house, Creative Solutions. In the house, Cyber Dream. In the house, Kim Lee Moon. In the house, Prism. In the house, Mika. In the house, Quita Ward. And in the house, feisty Black Tina. Let's get to the game. Let's get to the game.
Militão, Marquinhos e Ayrton Lucas. Na proteção, Bruno Guimarães e Joelinton, companheiros de clube. Lucas Paquetá, o número 7. Na frente, Malcom com a 21. Richarlison. Rony vive um cruzamento na entrada da pequena área. Tem sobra. Tentativa do Marquinhos. A bola sobe, vai entrando. Gol!
Hey, Camo, how you doing tonight?
Hey, I came up here for one reason. I wanted to come up here early before you actually get into your show. I wanna make something clear to everyone who is listening and everyone who will listen to this. I met DJ Torch a few years ago on Tales from the Cult channel. At some point, him and I ended up on another channel together. I have known him for a while. He has always been the same person. He has always supported Black women. He has always supported BWE content creators. The only thing new is that he's more active on YouTube. He had a YouTube page prior to this. The next thing that I want to let anyone who needs to know it, that I can do whatever I want to do. No one tells me where I can and cannot go and what content creators I can support and which ones I cannot. We are not all the same people. Whatever your issue is not my issue. This man has never done anything to me. He's been nothing but respectful to me, and I'm going to continue to give him respect. He's never called me out of my name. He's never allowed anyone to talk to me disrespectfully on these panels or call me out of my name, but other panels have. Other panels have people on their panels that constantly call Black women names and say things to them. I don't have to trauma bond with anybody. I actually live a pretty decent life, and I'm very grateful. My son is an adult. I'm finished with my career. I'm pretty much able to do whatever I want to do. And I spend majority of my time outside of the house. I'm actually outside of the house right now. Every time I get on this panel, either I'm coming or going or doing something. I have gotten on panels when I was going on a road trip across the country to California. I have got on panels when I was traveling across the country. Across the world. And this is what I enjoy doing. I don't have to trauma bond with anyone. But if I wanted to, I will, because I can and I have the right to. And any other woman that come here because they need to, they can because they want to. I don't owe anybody anything. Nobody runs me. And I don't need any fake love from anybody. We're not friends. You don't have to pray for me, and I'm gonna pray for them over there. You don't gotta pray for me. I'm good. I go home every day to someone who loves me and take very good care of me. My son loves me and take very good care of me. I have good friends, and the people over here, the people that I have met on YouTube have also treated me well. So please stop with whatever this thing is that's going on. I never wanted to have anything to do with it. These are two men who are having an issue where one man that's having an issue with another, and I didn't want to have to say anything about it. But when the women start to talk about it, and then want to talk about things that's going on over here with people that's on a panel, and I am one of those women that come on a panel to support DJ Torch, because I know that he would do the same thing for me. If I started a YouTube page, then I have to say something, because now I have to defend my name. I didn't never speak on any of you ever. That's all I wanted to say. I appreciate you, DJ Torch, for all you do. You don't deserve the disrespect and the back and forth and whatever. You're grown. You're an adult. You can do whatever you want to do. You can go to any channel that you want to go to. You don't owe anybody anything. That's all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Camo. I appreciate the kind words. I really do. That was great. I appreciate it. Now back to the soccer game. But no, Camo is 100%. Show some hearts or something for Camo in the chat. I mean, she should have her own channel. We got to get you your own channel. I know you want to take your time, but your knowledge and information is important and very much appreciated. Very much appreciated.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll think about it. I've been thinking about it and how I'm going to approach it and what I want to, what it is that I want to talk about. But for now, and like I said, I enjoy, talking to you guys and the ladies that's over here. And I'll continue to support. No one can tell me what to do. It'll have to be something that you actually do to me, and you've done nothing to me. So yeah.
Cool.
But carry on, sir. Carry on. If I'm not on it, if you don't see me on the panel, that means that I'm probably doing something. So I'll come back up when I can.
Sounds good. Sounds perfect.
É do Brasil! Pra ele, como briga, como acredita, não se entrega jamais.
Ele deu uma agitada no jogo, na velocidade.
Senegal's in Africa, right? Okay. Yeah, it is. Okay, let me keep playing this.
Vem pra cima de 4, faz o lançamento. A bola ficou forte pro Diallo, não dominou. Ficou com o Cis. Ajeita, bate pro gol. Tiro de meta. É o Mané. Mané, vem pra cobrança, bateu o pênalti. Gol! É do Senegal. Mané de novo. Mané.
That's Sadio Mane. He's one of the best soccer players in the world. He plays for Senegal, which happens to be in Africa, which some people don't like. Some people don't like Africa.
Quarto gol senegalês. Brasil 2, Senegal 4.
I don't know what this part is. Go back. Oh, let me go on to the next video. Let's talk about Sadio Mane for a minute.
Sadio Mane is one of the most talented footballers the continent of Africa has ever produced. For his speed, agility, high pressing, and dribbling skills, Mane is considered one of the best wingers in world football. A great leader on and off the field, Mane led the Senegal national team to their first international trophy in 2022, winning the African Nations Cup. The former Liverpool joined Bayern Munich at the start of the 22-23 season and has been one of their stars since his arrival. The city of Munich welcomed him like a king, and he's repaying the debt by giving his blood and sweat for them. For a professional who's hardworking as Mane, losing the game is not an option, and he's ready to give anything for that. Mane has always been known for his humble nature and developmental activities back in Senegal. There are possibilities that the veteran is not in any romantic relationships. There were even reports that Mane will have an arranged marriage after his football career at the Premier level comes to an end. Melissa Reddy, Sadio Mane's rumored girlfriend, she is a South African football journalist and author who's currently working as a sports journalist working for the English media house Independent. Melissa specializes in Premier League and incidents surrounding the English top flight. She is a well-respected writer among her peers and has done several high-profile interviews with football superstars.
Let me pause it there.
Hello YouTube, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're alright, doing well and staying safe. Definitely I wish for that. Carol Sharper is smiling for days after seeing her engagement.
So it seemed like before in that other photo they were trying to like link up Mane with preference, but I did a little more digging, and I found out this is his fiance right here.
And many assume that it has to be a positive Liverpool player participation. The first girl of sports activities discovered that
I'm bringing this up for two reasons. Number one, one of the world's best soccer players with his African wife. No preference or anything like that. I don't know much about his background, whether I could not find anything on him about him being unloyal, but It looks like to me they look pretty damn happy.
Please pop the question wherein she gladly accepted. In today's video, we'll be detailing out everything you need to know about the two. If you're new to my channel, if at all you're passing by for the first time here, please take some minutes of your time to subscribe. Give this video.
If you think she's gorgeous, hit a 1 in the chat, please. Hit a 1 in the chat. Sadio Mane's fiance, Carol Tashala Bala. I think I got Tashabala. I believe that's how you say it. Looking to see what's going on here. Yes. In the house. Happy Life is in the house as well. Sasso Fries is in the house. Alexander has shown up. Yeah. Beautiful.
If you like, leave a comment on the comment section. Thank you for your love and support. But as glad as lovers are aimed for fame sport activities, for the fame sport activity presenter, in addition, they are desperately need to understand who the fortunate guy is. Carol has stored her non-public lifestyle off social media, given that her breakup from the first husband, Solomon Manana, wasn't good. While the Supersport presenter married her first husband at the age of 19, the pair divorced in 2005. However, they reunited 12 months later, following allegations made with the aid of using Carol that Solomon was bodily and emotionally abusing her. All through their marriage, the couple break up for good. Since then, Carol has stored a low profile. However, she has been secretly romantically connected to businessman sports star. And right now she has been linked to Senegalese footballer Sadio Mane for the last days. Taking to Instagram, between the 12-month vintage, she shared some snap and wrote, "My fiancé has impeccable taste, only the best." In order, some believe she had shared a quote from a conventional room where Harry met Sally. The subject read, "When you recognize you need to spend the relaxation of your lifestyle with somebody, you need the relaxation of your lifestyle to begin as quick as possible." Carol captioned the summit, "Years to be in Miss."
Yes. Yes. So everything I've dug up about him, he seems like a very good and cool man. He's very, very much into and invests into the community. I would say he invests more in the community than the majority of the well-off, wealthy sports figures here in the United States. As he's cool. This is a good man right here. This is a good man right here. He's not into that crap. Now, let's dig into this right here.
What's up, you guys? I want to talk to you guys as I deep condition my hair because I've been thinking about something and I wanted to get you guys' opinions on it. So what I've noticed is that heterosexual Black men, they're constantly telling Black women that we intentionally go after the hood guys, you know, the Pookies and the Ray Rays. But if you notice, they always accuse us of not liking good men. On the flip side of that is anytime you come across a Black man who is standing up for Black women and, you know, preaching, you know, pretty much protecting us, heterosexual Black consider those guys to be either part of the Rainbow Coalition or simps. So my question is, they say that Black women do not like good Black men, but I've come to the conclusion that Black men don't like good Black men because they're constantly upset at the Black men who do protect Black women, who will step up and you know, co-parent with a woman who had a baby who ain't his, but he's willing to step up and fill that role for that child, like Russell Wilson. Like, they're pissed off at Russell Wilson because he's seen a little Black boy in need of a real father, and he stood up and filled in that gaps, and they can't stand it. So I've also noticed a lot on social.
Yeah, you would think they would have. You think they would have shamed Future, don't you? I mean, that would be the thing to do is to shame Future, who has how many kids now? But they didn't do that. Instead, they did the opposite of what they should have been doing. And that's insulting a man who did step up. I mean, you don't have to do it yourself. He did. I don't hear, how many times have you heard Russell go, you guys are simps because you're not stepping up? He's just going about his business. But you guys did, you turned around and called him a simp. That's disgusting right there. There's nothing else to say it. I have no problem with you not wanting that situation or lifestyle, but for you to insult him because of it, that's where you went wrong. You have to ask yourself, what made you even say that? There are not enough good fathers out there, or men who want to be stepfathers out there. But then you want to shame the guys who don't mind doing it. It doesn't make any sense. Then you have the nerve to call the young lady, Russell's wife, oh, she's for the streets, right? You call her for the streets because she was with Future. So what is that telling you about Future? He's the one who's in the street. He's the one who's for the streets. He's the one. You guys don't say that, do you? You know what you do? Your peers have him on their television show. You look up to him. You see all of his, you ignore all of his faults. And you look up to him and you wonder why you're not finding the right people. Because you're bonding with the wrong people. You are making role models out of the wrong people. That's the situation. You're making role models out of the wrong people. That's not black women's fault. Nobody told you to make a role model out of an ex-con or a freeloader or a trafficker or a former pimp or a pimp. Black women didn't go out there and I want you to go find the best freeloader and make him your king. Black women didn't do that. You did that. So that's where you have to consider and you have to think about. It's not me trying to insult anybody. It's just I'm trying to make it clear to you how you're thinking about this. I mean, you probably had no idea who Sadio Mane is. He's a good guy. That's why you don't. He's a good guy. But there are a couple men that you will on my list that you might know. But we're going to keep going. Here we go.
Media that when black men are defending black women, there's always a bunch of heterosexual black men in the comment section calling him a simp or accusing him of liking men, accusing him of a simp. Sexual black men in the comment section calling him a simp or accusing him of liking men. So by their own admittance, all heterosexual males do not defend or like women. So, I mean, isn't that crazy? Mm-hmm. They really feel like if a man is defending black women and taking up for us, then it's because he has to be homosexual or he has to be a simp. So does that make sense to you guys?
It makes sense because, again, what I brought up earlier in the live is that men are trying to impress men. Women don't go around calling men simps, by the way, fellas. Why is that? Why do you think that is? You never thought about it. I bet you never thought about that, huh? I bet you never thought, what? why women don't call men simps. You know what they do? When they hear you calling a man a simp, they look over there and they're like, oh, okay. He treats women good. Now, some situations, who knows? We can have a debate. Maybe he treats some women too good. But the point of the matter is this. I thought ain't today Wednesday? Why did that mean? Oh, anyway, that's not. That's the bottom line is this. Why are you treating good men so bad? Now, I am not talking about just me, but I've heard of situations where even family members will call their married family men, oh, you're just a simp, because they see them treating their wife so well and good, and they're happy doing it. So you have to understand what you're doing that you don't know you're doing is you're grooming yourself to be with a man. Red pill men, you are grooming yourself to be with the man. And this sells itself, and I'll tell you why. Okay, you've already made it clear to Black women that you are either not attracted to them, disgusted, or dusted about Black women, and that you would prefer to either step out, okay, or not deal with them at all. Who are you hanging around most? Who are you comrading with most? Who are you trauma bonding with most? Men. See, back in the day, that didn't happen because men were, let's just break it down. Back in the day, men were simps. A traditional man is a simp. Now, you want to bend the rules and make it seem like a traditional man is somebody else. But no, in the way that you guys think about it, a traditional man is a simp. I'm telling you, that's what it is. You see the gray. I've been around for a minute. I've been in the world of tradition. You would call a traditional man a simp today. You do, you have. So here's the funny thing is now your compass is so banged up. How can you even ask for a traditional woman? You're not even traditional. Come on, I mean, think about it. Look at Kevin Samuels. He was nowhere near traditional. There was nothing traditional about him. I'm not using him to name call. I'm making it clear that he was clearly not traditional. Traditional men don't brag about having a stable of women. If you look up to somebody like that, you're not traditional. If you wanted to do that, you're not traditional. If you're into casual sex, you're not traditional. That's not traditional-ish. You keep asking for things you cannot provide. How can you provide a traditional lifestyle when most of what you are looking for is the way you live your life is not traditional? And flying to another country to have relations with women who have relations all the time with other men, there's nothing traditional about it. Now, do your thing. Do your thing. But don't ask for something you cannot provide. You cannot provide a traditional life. So why should you ask for a traditional woman? You don't want that. You probably have had the chance and you blew it by either cheating on that traditional woman or not being interested in that traditional woman. So You see the point. Now you can keep doing what you're doing, or you literally would have to rebuild yourself, which I am not going to say it's going to be a cakewalk. It's not. You would literally have to reprogram yourself to focus on a woman's personality, a woman's character, a woman's stability, instead of floating around somebody's IG page and doing the modern sliding in somebody's IG. It's just the way it works. So that's why you're having the problems you're having right now. This is why you're having the trouble. That's why you're having the turmoil. You're barking up the wrong tree. Okay? Women are who they are. And believe it or not, really quite honestly, women haven't changed much. They work more because they have to. I tell you what, you're mad at a woman for going to work and protecting herself, which might take some masculine energy or whatever, right? But you don't want to pay her bills, right? I mean, obviously you didn't want to pay anybody's bills that you even knew back in the day, because you would have. You would be married right now. You would have a traditional wife if you were indeed traditional. Because see, being traditional doesn't start like that dumb Kevin Samuels theory about at 30 or whatever. Don't get married till you're 30. Men can be married younger because they have a traditional mindset. See, it's not about really age, it's about maturity. A 40-year-old man can be less mature than a man who's early 25, just because a man was either brought up with a traditional mindset or it just fell to him. I mean, how many things do you hear about childhood love and all that other stuff? Men focused back in the day, more, on personality, believe it or not. You got, come on, you guys, you're not. And it's not all your fault. I mean, look at the way that the media, and that includes hip hop, by the way, hip hop is a part of media, has programmed you to think for looks. Look at Kevin Samuels, where if you're grading women by numbers, what is that telling you? Hey, it's okay. You went down the wrong road. It's okay. But I'm letting you know right now, it's the wrong road. You can cuss me out. You can call me a simp all you want. It's not going to change that. It's not going to change it. It's just not. You're still going to be down the wrong road. The women that you want, let's face it. Remember adjustable sixes and above, right? Average at best. That was shamed on Kevin's show every single day. But sometimes average is best. Sometimes average is best. That's what you got to understand. Sometimes, and let me say it one more time, sometimes average is best. I've had some, back in the dinosaur years, I dated some gorgeous women. Oh man, I mean, I didn't give them a number because we didn't do stupid ass numbers back in the day. We didn't have a adjustable 6 or you can't choose 7 bullshit going on back in the day. We didn't have that. They were just gorgeous. Super dark skin, caramel, light skin, whatever. So you have to understand how dumb a lot of you guys sound when you say, oh yeah, I want a traditional woman. Oh, where the 304s at? In the same breath. I mean, you look, you can't make a Porsche tow a truck. You can't. A Porsche is not going to tow a house or it's not built for that. Let's put it that way. You need a truck. So if you're looking for a traditional lifestyle, you have to be living a traditional lifestyle, and you're not. That's enough of that. Let me play a little bit more of this, and then we'll go on to the next one. Let me bring this up here. Camo says, Cool Breeze, if you have nothing of value, you're not needed. Basically. I mean, that's how it works. Black men haven't been needed for a long time. Yeah, I mean, black women had to, fend for themselves for a long time. I mean, you guys are the ones who call them single baby mamas, right? Well, where's the word single come from? How does that happen? You contribute nothing to society but headaches. She's got a good point there. I know. There's some guys who do. But the percentages say otherwise. The percentages say otherwise. Let's see here. All right. Happy Life says this. Black men have to stop killing each other, building communities, get schools right, and all of that. Let the women focus on women, and black men, let's stay focused on ourselves. That's it. That's all. Yep. Happy Life, thank you. That you nailed it. That creative is too late. I guess he can hop on the panel, but he's not really a nice person. Let me go ahead and get this, drop this thing here, and keep this going.
Let me know below in the comments what you think about that, because apparently they accuse us of not being able to make good choices in men, but it seems from their commentary that if you are looking for heterosexual males, you're going to come across the ones who are abusive towards women. Think about it. They don't even like feminism. They hate feminism. Heterosexual males hate feminism because it protects women.
I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker.
I love this scene here. I love this scene. But before I start it, first of all, Marquise, the first thing you need to do is apologize to, not me, but you need to apologize to Tam for bothering her. Otherwise, we really have not much to talk about at all. So I'm going to hit this button. If I don't hear an apology at first and it's sincere, then we're done, because basically I'm not playing up here. You ready? Here we go.
I'm actually just celebrating my 18th year anniversary. So I was actually going to speak on the topic, but I see what you're kind of trying to go to at. And that's like,
no, I need an apology. You harassed somebody and made them feel bad. You need to apologize. Are you going to apologize for that or not? I really don't have much time. You started with an apology, and then we can go from there. How about that?
I haven't spoke to Tam in like 2 months.
That's not an apology.
This is a very childish panel.
You had your chance. I gave you a chance. All right, let's keep going there. This video here is also a depiction of the mental state of a lot of black men. Let me start. Here we go.
I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
This is what happens. This is what happens when people find out who you really are.
I'm winning anyway. I'm winning. I'm winning any motherfucking way. I can't lose. Shit. Yeah. Oh, what a day. What a motherfucking day.
Let me stop that right there. See, the problem that a lot of us black men have, and actually, Marquise was a perfect example. You don't know when to stop. You don't know when enough is enough. You just don't. So you end up like Alonzo did. Not directly, but similar result. That's what happens. Let's go into something positive now. All right, Steph Curry is in the house. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, hold on one second. Sometimes it has something to do with this.
What's up, guys? I got Infinity to set up my car, rig it with cameras. I'm gonna take a drive with my daughters, give you guys a glimpse of what it's like riding in the car with us. You girls ready to go?
Yes! I have no idea where we're going though.
That's right, you don't know, because it's a surprise. It's a nice day out here, isn't it? Look at Mommy's garden.
Well, what do you call a cow with no legs?
What do you call a cow with no legs? I don't know.
You know.
Ground beef. You thought we were going to the park, didn't you?
Yeah. I have no idea where we're going though.
Did you take a guess? Do you want to take a guess?
Photo shoot.
Photo shoot? Nope.
The zoo.
You want to see the giraffes and the orangutans? No, that's not correct. But good guess, though.
Want to hear music?
You want to hear the music?
Yeah.
Ryan, you want to hear the music?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes.
I'm going to press the button. Are you sure?
Yes.
Uh-oh, it's that Hamilton. Riley, you know the words, right?
Wait, let me pause it for a second. In the house, Cyber Dreams. In the house, Creative Solutions. In the house, Happy Life. In the house, Bridget Mouton. In the house, You Can't Get Laid. In the house, Camo. In the house, Alexander Brannon. In the house, Kim Lee Moon. In the house, we have, what am I doing there? Okay, there we go. Okay, so, wait. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, my control key was acting up. So anyway, let's keep this going. I appreciate every in the house Prism. Can't forget Prism. Can't forget all things Nata Jean. Oh, right. I think I got every. Hey, Lady is in the house as well. Here we go. Heathen Queen is in the house. Puka Fella Records is in the house. Here we go.
You say the price of my love's not the price that you're willing to pay. You cry in your tea with what you hurl in the sea when you see me go by. Why so sad?
Remember we made an arrangement when you went
away, now you're making me mad. Remember, despite our estrangement, I'm your man. Sing it now.
Ah, that was so damn cute. That was cool. What's up, King Lucifer in the house? Heathen Queen in the house. Puka Fella Records in the house. I mean, so how many of these guys in the manosphere bring up when it comes to a traditional marriage or a traditional life or somebody to look up to? Do they really bring up Steph Curry? Not a whole lot. In fact, conversely, they actually went after his dad. They went after his dad. I mean, that's the funny part. So that's the weird thing is this is why is Steph Curry way down their list? Why is Steph Curry way down their list when it comes to role models? I guess Steph would be. Steph would call him a simp. Yeah, you're right. Pocahontas Records. They would call him a simp. They would call him a simp. They would. He's traditional. He is a traditional man. As it pertains to a relationship, Kim Lee Moon, you know, you read my mind. They prefer Andrew Tate. Let me keep playing this for a little bit more, though.
You'll be back, soon you'll see. You'll remember you belong to me.
You'll be back, time will tell.
You remember what I said.
Empires fall, we have seen each other through it all. And when push comes to shove, I will send a fully armed battalion to remind you of my love. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yeah, sing it loud.
You say your love is strange when you can't go home. You feel all the pain. I am.
Now that's having fun. That's a daddy having some fun right there. That's a daddy having some fun right there. You know? Back in the day, all the guys used to groove to the song called Pimp of the Year. But this man right here, he's Simp of the Year. And I mean that in a good way. I'm going to make simp good again. The word simp means a man. I'm going to rename it and relabel it. It means a man who wants a simple life. He wants a good life. Doesn't necessarily have to be traditional, but he wants a simple life. He's not a simpleton. He just wants a simple life. He doesn't want to complicate people's lives either. He wants to be positive. That is what we are talking about. That is what we are talking about right here.
No, don't change the subject, 'cause you're my favorite subject. My secrets and mysteries subject. The royal subject.
Forever
And ever, ever and ever and ever, you'll be back.
We're gonna park right here. We've got.
Now, if this was adorable, I want everybody to hit a 1. You don't have to hit anything if you don't think this was adorable. You don't have to. Henry Mars is in the house. A lady is in the house. Lynette Allen is in the house. Happy Life is in the house. Mika is in the house. Welcome, Heathen Queen. Talking about a good black man right here. Let's see.
Hello.
Hello, are you there?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Okay. How you doing tonight?
Hi, fine, thank you. Oh man, I was feeling kind of tired and sleepy, and then I heard this singing, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Family
And I come
stuff.
around, and I see the kid, I see the computer, and I see Stephen Curry. Oh my goodness! I mean, don't it warm the heart? Don't it just?
It
warm
sure
the heart?
does. It sure does. It does. And if I just wish there was a whole lot more of us doing this right here.
Right.
Let me break
Right.
down what A Lady is saying. Simp equals sexy, important man of purpose. Oh,
We need to use that. Yes.
yes. A Lady, we're gonna have to put that in the mix.
Yes,
You
we
know
are.
that.
Yes, we are.
You know?
Yes. Yes, because they love to call this the simp. And I keep telling the men I run into, we would prefer a simp before any type of man, because we know he's going to put his best foot forward as a father, as a husband, as a companion over a future any day.
Right.
We would take a simp over a future any day of the week, right?
Exactly
like,
that.
And as like you get into a conversation about this alpha and the sigma and all that. People don't really people don't really pay attention to those kind of markers. We pay attention to how this person treats us. And we pay attention to how this person has empathy and sympathy for other people. You can usually tell how a personality is a lot of times if you see them with someone less fortunate or less with less power than they do, and they treat them with empathy and sympathy. Like when you see a person treat kids like their children, older folks like they have respect for them, and other people. This is how Stephen Curry comes across to me as one of those type, and Russell Wilson comes across to me like that. And maybe it is a simp. I don't know why they consider that a simp. He seems to be not lacking in a lot of areas. He seems to be on his purpose with his wife, supportive of his wife, supportive of the things she does, and supportive of his kids. I don't see too much wrong with Miss Stephen Curry. I'm sure everybody has their flaws. I get it. They do. But these men deserve some respect instead of being called simps.
Exactly. Well said. I mean, this is pretty much the whole thing. I mean, where they are getting this idea that their manosphere leaders are traditional is beyond me. I don't get it.
Right. And it's like, if you were traditional, you would figure out. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, go ahead and repeat. I think you dropped out for 1 second.
Oh.
Okay, I think I'm losing you. Okay, let me double check. Everybody in the chat, if you can hear me, type DJ Torch in the chat if you can hear me. Okay. Ethan, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, okay. Let me play this next video, and let's check this out for a minute. This is something that the guys are gonna like. Here you go, guys.
My cunt smells like peanut butter. Some people want you to spit in their food. Men will come in my chat and say shit like that, and then be like, the modern woman is so evil. They just rob you of your money and take everything you own and ruin your life and falsely accuse you. And then you have the men who are like, can you treat me like shit? Like, just thousands of men being like, can you please treat me like shit? I'll pay you for it. Simone.
All right, everybody. I thought I'll throw a little comedy up in here. So right now, we are looking at the gorgeous Simone Biles, who the Manosphere, they were trying to say she was average at best, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a young, accomplished, beautiful Black woman. Regardless of what you may think of her personally, she has done the right things.
Yes.
And she deserves the respect that she has garnered from the things she has done. She has done a million more things than I ever could in my lifetime, and a lot of other people in their lifetime. She's accomplished so much, and she's beautiful inside and out. You can see her personality through the things she does, and the fact that she still has joy. Didn't she just get married or something, or
She
they're
absolutely
engaged?
did. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Just got married. Newlywed, not newlywed, but a newlywed. And I can't say anything negative about her, but yet and still, they look at her at a certain way. Why they look at her that way, I have no idea. In that negative light,
it's absolutely bonkers, really.
Right.
Let's see what E! News has to say. Let's see what they're talking about.
Simone Biles is officially a married woman. The Olympic gold medalist ties the knot to NFL.
She has one of the best smiles in the world, I swear.
Yes, she does. Yes,
when I say it's funny, when I see her smile, I start to smile too. Just I don't know why, but it just happens like that.
Player Jonathan Owens. The couple began dating in August 2020 and announced their engagement last February. At the time, Simone captioned the moment Jonathan proposed, "The easiest yes. I can't wait to spend forever and ever with you. You're everything I dreamed of and more. Let's get married, fiance." Fast forward 1 year later. In February 2023, Simone spent her bachelorette party weekend in Belize. Taking to Instagram, the 26-year-old shared several moments from the lively getaway. And she wasn't the only bride to be on the trip. Her friend Kayla was also celebrating. Alongside a photo with Kayla, the athlete wrote, "Entering our bridal era." In another, Simone posed next to gifts and big balloon letters spelling out bride. About that Chanel bag, it came from none other than Jonathan himself. Next, in March, Simone posted an adorable video of the lovebirds captioned, "Our wedding is around the corner, so we're just practicing for the big cake cutting moment." I'm so glad.
That is so cool.
Right.
You know?
Why does that seem to be so difficult these days to do that? That if they're so traditional, why is it so difficult for them to find what they're looking for? Why is that so difficult? I know why it's difficult for the women. I'm saying, why is it so difficult for the men?
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, and this is the funny thing. These men made up all these rules on the type of woman to look for, right? But believe it or not, most men, they run through young ladies just like this. They run through them, or they're not interested.
Right.
They're looking for extra spark, extra shine, even though she is very gorgeous and she stands out to me personally, but I'm looking for different things than these dudes are.
Right.
Instagram did not get famous. Okay. It did not blow up because men were looking for traditional women or women that weren't, big booty models or whatever like that. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. They went after the women that they wanted, and the women that were like Simone, they left on the sidelines saying, "Oh, well, we really are looking for wives," but you really aren't looking for wives. You're looking for something else. Same with the passport bros. You're not looking for wives. Don't tell us that you're looking for wives. And then we have these beautiful women like Simone and every other female on the planet, black female on the planet in America, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're still sitting on the sidelines waiting for this man to come along and do the things he's supposed to do. You can't tell us that anymore. The women are not waiting anymore. We're tired of sitting on the sidelines waiting for everything to be the way it's supposed to be and for them to come correctly, and they haven't, and they don't want to. So that's why we have the women standing on the sidelines, or we have the women not waiting for our men anymore.
Exactly.
Right.
So let me go to what the red pill thinks of Simone Biles right here.
What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Jump. Guys, I want to give a shout out to Simone Biles.
Uh-oh.
Because Simone Biles is not only a great American gymnast, but I have a lot of respect for her for not only doing that and, you know, being in shape and all of that, but she's a woman that goes after what she wants. Okay? And that just doesn't count in the business world. She goes after what she wants in the relationship world. And she understands that her Olympic career, her fame, will not help her obtain a man.
You see this shit?
Look at this man. Look at him. Listen to him.
And you should see how ugly this man is. The man who's talking. He is absolutely ugly. He does not need to bring up looks about anybody. So, but you see how he gives her, just because women, she dated down a little bit. Let's put it that way. But I mean, he has a life of his own. He's a football player, you know?
Right.
But they want women. That's the only reason he's giving her any love, is because to him, she's like a signification of a higher value woman accepting a lower value man. But see, the thing is that, and Jim and I mentioned, they're both making millions of dollars. It's not like he's a bus driver. Okay? There's a certain, yes, a woman will date down, but she's just not going to date way down. I mean, especially if the reason why you dated down was because you have some mental errors that make you incapable of making a certain amount of money. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but that's what Red Pill is all about. What they want you to do is settle for less, whether it's character, whether it's looks, whether it's in being in shape. They want an attractive woman to settle for everything these men don't want to settle for. That's the funny part.
Yeah, we have to remember one thing. Most of us are average human beings. Most of us fall in the middle. We're not outstanding. We're not troglodytes. We all fall in the middle. Most of us do.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. When we fall into the middle, we're not looking for anything outstanding. We're not looking for anything outrageous. And I get it when the men say, okay, we want these three things. We want women to do these three things, and that's it. I get it. Fit, feminine, friendly. We heard you guys. But I have always said, if we have these three things that we need to correct, what are the three things that black men need to correct? I have failed to get an answer on that on every panel that I have went through. I said, okay, great. We hear you guys. You guys want fit, feminine, and friendly. We get it. We hear you. But what are the three things that we want that you guys, I want to hear what you guys think your three things are. that you need to step up with? What's your 3 things? There's no answer for that. That's the problem. There is no answer because most of them think they don't have anything to step up to or to aspire to. And that's the whole problem. If you think that it's the females that have the problem only, and you're one of those people, then it's always going to be a divide in the men and women. If you
Right.
think there's not issues on both sides, we're not saying women are not saying they don't have issues. We're not saying that. What
Right.
we're saying is the men have to decide when they're going to say we have issues too. Okay. And
Right.
that's what the ladies are waiting for. The ladies are waiting for them to say, hey, we have these issues and we're going to address them. But the men just don't seem to want to address the issues that they have. So it is what it is. We're at an impasse, as they say.
Exactly. But the best way to do that, I mean, the best way to avoid that is to focus on you yourself, build you yourself, put yourself in your own world.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And that's basically what's going down.
Right. I mean, it's just a matter of tweaking a couple of things, and maybe we can get back to each other, or maybe we can make a way back to each other. But as it stands, you know, we're on one side of the mountain and somebody else is on the other side, and nobody seems to want to find the trail to each other. So it is, and you have people like O'Shea who just continue to put that it's the female's fault out there. It's the female's fault. Whenever he talks about what's going on in the community, it's always the female's fault with no accountability on the male side. I haven't heard it from him yet. Let's hope he starts to turn that around at some point. I don't know.
Exactly. I agree.
Right.
Going, and here we go. All right. So
I'm back, y'all. I'm back with another triggering topic. Please watch this, and I'll be back.
You know who's a great woman in this world? Dee Devlin is Conor McGregor's wife. She had supported Conor McGregor from day one. He was on welfare and she was working full time to help that man out. And you can see when you watch these interviews with him, that woman is like blindly loyal to McGregor in a great way. And he says it all the time. If I didn't have this great woman with me, there is no way I would have been able to ascend to such great heights. When you're a man and you have a good woman by your side that does not give you stress and she makes you feel safe and she knows that you like the world is yours. There's no treachery. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's why these guys conquer.
Now I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all. I've definitely heard of Conor McGregor before. I watch fighting of all different types, men and women. But you know what? I didn't know anything about his personal life. But when I saw that clip that y'all just watched of that man talking about Conor McGregor's woman supporting him while he was on welfare, being blindly loyal, and you notice that he said blindly, and he also equated that to being a good woman and also mentioned that she doesn't cause him stress. Now, when I heard these dog whistles and coded language that was used on a Manosphere podcast, it got me curious because you don't hear these type of men praise women in any capacity unless she is lowering herself for a man, being the good little doormat that they all want and they all desire, and they market that as submission and that as being a good woman. And a woman expressing herself and her feelings is causing a man stress, and she should be silent and be seen but never heard. Now, because of this, I just did a quick little bit of research on this good woman that Conor McGregor has, and how does he reciprocate the loving treatment that he gets from her? Well, first of all, her name is Dee Devlin. And although they have been together for over 14 years, and the man in this clip called her his wife, she is not. He has not married her. Now, after over a decade together, they got engaged in 2020. And guess what? It's almost 2024, and they still are not married. Despite how much these men say that she has supported him, how much she has been down for him, how much he himself has said that he wouldn't even be in the position that he is now without her. He has only made her a baby mama with 3 kids, who is currently pregnant with her 4th as we speak. Now, this man has had multiple cheating allegations, had to take a DNA test for a child, has had multiple SA allegations, been exposed by being caught on video with an escort, and a host of other things, all the while having this woman that these men say, mind you, is the perfect, good little woman. They even have the audacity to say that this is what a man can achieve when a man is safe and there is no treachery. They said the world is yours. Now, I'm completely sure that when they made this video, that they were aware of the stress that he has caused her, especially when they use the term blind loyalty, aka stupidity, and the pretend ignorance to what is really going on. They know the things that this girlfriend has had to deal with. And what does she get in return for this blind loyalty? Well, nothing but a pat on the head, side chicks, and being called a good girl. And this is why I say that you cannot win with the manosphere, because the bottom line is they want a doormat. They want a mother whore. They want to be uplifted and never uplift. They want a woman to relieve stress and receive stress, but never be stress-free herself. She is a tool to be used, just like a hammer or a wrench. Honestly, and I really mean that literally. Her emotions should never be too deep or too complicated. They view women as assets, but only assets meant to improve their lives only. Now, they idolize this woman who is trying to be this good woman that causes no stress, staying silent, staying loyal in the face of disrespect, staying loyal in the face of pure disloyalty, and also a lack of commitment, aka marriage, to her, when her man has admittedly said that she upgraded his entire life and changed the trajectory of it. But what does she really get out of that? Seriously, she gets the praise of men who are in awe of her ability to swallow disrespect with a smile. Honestly, this is why I say, and I said it earlier, and I'm going to say it again, you can never win with men that have this type of thinking or this type of ideology, because you are not the main character in their life. You're not even a co-character. You are a supporting character where everything revolves around them. And to be a good woman, you need to accept whatever they decide to dish out. And that's absolutely disgusting, because who wants to live like that? How is that fulfilling for the woman? Is it supposed to be fulfilling because she's a woman? Is it supposed to be fulfilling because she gets to take care of children or to be provided for after she already provided for you? Is it supposed to be fulfilling because she gets the moronic validation of saying, well, at least she has a man, as if that's something hard or difficult to do? You honestly think that this is what women are here for? To accept all of your BS and disrespect with a smile, all the while knowing that if she did the same to you, you'd be gone before she could blink? Honestly, this is why I say that any man who subscribes to this type of thought process or ideology, you should run away from ASAP, because he means you no good. You should only look at men that are willing to reciprocate exactly what you are giving. And I honestly say that as a married woman who has someone who genuinely sees me as a partner, a friend, an equal, and as a freaking human being. That is what every woman should have, to be seen as a human being. It is not negotiable. We deserve everything that we are pouring into you returned. Now, I know that I've been gone for a while, but honestly, I really just made this whole platform to uplift women, more specifically Black women, and hope that by some small chance that I can reach the men who are intelligent and inform them about how women feel, so that we can bridge this gender gap that is happening. But oftentimes I am met with hostility, disrespect, death threats by men online, and it can be quite overwhelming, to say the least. So sometimes I have to decompress, but I've realized that I cannot allow that to get me down or discourage me, and I'm just going to keep going no matter what. So I'm back at it, y'all. But you know what? I digress. If y'all watch this whole video, I really, really, really appreciate you. Please drop a 2 in the comments, and you already know why, because these dudes thinking was what? Boo-boo. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above to support the channel, then that's no problem at all. Just do me a free favor. Free, don't cost you nothing. It's free 99. Just subscribe to my YouTube, my TikTok, and drop me a like. And
Okay, let me stop that right there, because I'm going to put a link to You're Triggered in the chat. And if you could support her, I would appreciate it very much so, please. Just all you got to do is just hit that like button. It's free 99, free 99. If you have something or some thoughts or comments, feel free to go back to her channel. Her content has been immensely helpful over here. So basically, it would be appreciated if you would support her. Let me go to the next video. Let's go to this. This is a little. Let's have some fun.
The last time I gave you guys advice, it looked a little something like this. No, Maya, because I'm panicking. Blend that fucking neck. Find yourself a husband. Don't talk about the Constitution. What can I say? I'm a fountain of wisdom. More you say. Forgot contouring, you say. Get your goddamn teeth fixed, you snaggle-tooth ass bitch. That one hurt my feelings a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I'm too poor for dental work, but I'm not too poor to contour. Makeup is for women who want husbands. Contouring is for women who want to leech the souls of their dead lovers and collect the inheritance of their ex-boyfriends who disappeared under mysterious circumstances. If men find out that we can rearrange the bones of our face, we're finished. We might as well pack our bags and go to the nunnery. There will be nothing left for us here. The key to a good contour is to make it look as natural as possible, like I just stepped out of the shower. Perhaps in a better world, women wouldn't feel like they had to contour, seeing as it has nothing to do with experimentation or artistry. Since it's simply for the dick, we have to do it. I don't know if you're supposed to put your contour on before the rest of your makeup or after the rest of your makeup, but it doesn't matter because men are stupid. So long as you look like a newborn baby, they are willing to mate with you. I'm poor, so I have this contour palette and this contour stick. I regret buying both. I must warn you, the transition from beginning to end might be startling. First things first, check your flesh. As you can see here, I have no flesh. Contouring is a very dangerous game. Once, a man walked in on me while I was contouring. I had to pretend I was schizophrenic so he'd think that I was playing in cat shit and he'd leave me alone. It was a sad day. If the men find out we can shapeshift, they're going to tell the church. Eliminate the nose. You can pretend that you have no nostrils. Men will be bewitched and hand over their wallets. Men don't like nostrils. You want to look like a pterodactyl. Men love pterodactyls. Beautiful women don't have foreheads. Just darken it up. Fucking nostril! If you have too big of a brain, it means you have ugly things like opinions and thoughts of your own. Equality? Not for us. Equal pay? I don't think so. Fucking nostrils. Rich people don't need to breathe. Who needs air when I have another man's money? Look at me. I'm turning into a completely different person. And a cheekbone that can cut through glass. Fight for his honor. Lady gladiators fight like giraffes, scamming these poor, fragile men. Next thing you know, we'll be doing things like wearing deodorants and bras. Ugh, gotta blend in that neck. Now we will have a look. I look like Nazanin Kavari. I look like Rihanna. Who wants to give me their money? Where's my nose? I don't know. Does she have nostrils? No, she doesn't. She's above her peers. Call me Rihanna. She doesn't need oxygen. I also bought this at the store because I saw a white woman use it on YouTube and we're blending. It is a sponge. Drenched with the power of Satan. Ready to take some fucking souls and ruin some goddamn lives. Angles. Blending. Betrayal. Maybe we start sweating. And we're blending. I look like a completely different person. Oh my god. Front page news. Oh my god. I have shapeshifted. I don't even know who I am anymore. Who are you? Men will die tonight. Blah, blah. Face of a stranger. Am I Beyonce? Unrecognizable. What a fucking disguise this is. Wow. Wow. Am I Megan Fox? No one knows. Women are dangerous creatures. Here I come, world. Dangerous, bamboozling, deceiver. Give me your wallet. When will my reflection show?
Being birthed to
That that cracked me up. I swear, I was, what's
was
your
that
thoughts
young
on that?
lady?
That was Sailor J.
Oh,
That was
Sailor
Sailor
J.
J. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an old school video right there. Well, it's old video. I mean, at least for YouTube, that was a couple years old. But
Okay.
she goofy as heck, but she cool.
But she got it right. That makeup. You they don't like you putting that makeup on. They don't like you they call you a shaper. If you try to change your hair, your nails, your makeup, and all of that kind of stuff, she got that right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's go to the next video.
Any interest that might have been there.
Okay, so let me move this back. Move it back a little bit more. Okay, let me play it.
The only difference is you're a group of women and they're a group. Anyway, I could get into that long diatribe, but I want to show you these two videos, and then I want to come back and tell you the things that stood out the most to me about this situation, because I want y'all to really understand the true pathology of these struggle bandits so that they're not able to okie doke you with lies that they're somehow desirable to all women, or that somehow women are getting a better black man, and that if you would just level up as a woman, you could get a good black man too. Go ahead and look at these two videos, and I'll come back for further commentary.
Are y'all ready for some piping hot tea right now? A couple weeks ago, this guy right here asked me for my number at the gym. I gave him my number. He texted me as soon as he left the gym. I was still in the middle of my workout, so I didn't respond. So then he calls me, and I didn't answer. So when I didn't answer, he texts me, would you mind calling me? And then proceeds to tell me he just transferred his job and he wants to date and financially support me.
Wait a minute.
Further commentary.
My number at the gym. I gave him my number. He texted me as soon as he left the gym. I was still in the middle of my workout. So
Okay, so just to clarify what's happening here, folks. They meet at the gym. He gets her number, right? And he's happy. So he leaves the gym. She's still at the gym. She's in the middle of her workout. She's still at the gym, right? Well, he calls her while she's still at the gym in the middle of her workout.
Right.
That's where we're at. I just need to leave that to clarify this, because I think people might miss it if you think that she might have been at the gym at another time. This is the same. He just left the gym and literally called her while he was walking out the door of the gym where he was.
Oh,
just
okay.
at.
Okay.
So I didn't respond. So then he calls me and I didn't answer. So when I didn't answer, he texts me, would you mind calling me? And then proceeds to tell me he just transferred his job and he wants to date and financially support me. I was like, this is just a little too weird for me. He kept calling, so I eventually blocked his number. Haven't seen or heard from him since until now. It is 11:30 p.m. on Saturday evening, and I get a call from no caller ID. I'm like, who the hell could this be? But I answered it. Now, this conversation went on for, let me see. So the call lasted for a total of 2 minutes, and I was in such shock at first that I didn't know what to do. I ran and got my iPad and started recording the last minute. This is why we don't give men our number, okay? Let me show you how this guy was just talking to me on the phone.
Okay, let me pause this for 1 second while we wait for Camo to get up here. This is crazy. This is crazy. Camo, thanks for coming up. Can you break this down for us?
I mean, I think you should let the video play and then we speak afterwards, because the shock of the video when I saw it was like, it was epic. So I feel like we should give them the opportunity to watch it through and then talk about it afterwards.
Sounds good.
We could just watch that. We could just watch the part up until after the white man talk, and then we could just shut it down.
Got it. Okay. Here we go.
This is just a little too weird for me. He kept
Okay, let me.
Somehow desirable to all black men. Back for further commentary.
Y'all, are y'all ready for some piping hot tea right now? A couple weeks ago, this guy right here asked me for my number at the gym. I gave him my number. He texted me as soon as he left the gym. I was still in the middle of my workout, so I didn't respond. So then he calls me, and I didn't answer. So when I didn't answer, he texts me, would you mind calling me? And then proceeds to tell me he just transferred his job and he wants to date and financially support me. I was like, this is just a little too weird for me. He kept calling, so I eventually blocked his number. Haven't seen or heard from him since until now. It is 11:30 p.m. on Saturday evening, and I get a call from no caller ID. I'm like, who the hell could this be? But I answered it. Now, this conversation went on for, let me see. So the call lasted for a total of 2 minutes, and I was in such shock at first that I didn't know what to do. I ran and got my iPad and started recording the last minute. This is why we don't give men our number, okay? Let me show you how this guy was just talking to me on the phone. So you couldn't even succeed at that. You couldn't even get a text back. You couldn't get a text back, so you have to call me from no caller ID. No caller ID. Really, bro? Really, bro? And you're not? And you're not?
No, you were just a quick fuck. I was just trying to fuck you.
But you're not single.
No, never. I feel picture.
Well, I feel sorry for her then. I feel sorry because you're trying to come at me. Oh my God. You're about to be so famous all over the fucking internet. I wish you would. You're about Slap to be the shit out of it when he sees me. Buddy, I'm going to blast your picture along with this recording because guess what?
You a dumb bitch.
Oh, I'm going to keep you a dumb bitch and I'm going to show 1.1 million people on TikTok. And then he hung up. So here, my friends, this is Julius. That is how Julius treats women who he can't fuck. But he's got a girlfriend. But he wanted to date and financially support me. I don't know. Woo! This is not how I expected to end my night, but are y'all ready for some piping hot tea right now?
That is Tiffany. The other day, Tiffany was at the gym working out. A guy approaches her. He strikes up a conversation, says he's new to town, asks for her number. And she goes, sure, why not? Gives him the number. He leaves. She continues to work out. As soon as he leaves, he texts her. She doesn't see it because she's still working out. When she doesn't answer the text, he calls her, which she doesn't see because she's working out. When she finally does see it, this part about wanting to financially support her, as well as the overall thirstiness, makes her go, any interest that might have been there is gone. Several more phone calls and these weird texts about how she must not want to date a black guy. Later, she goes ahead and blocks him. Later, she gets a call from no caller ID. She answers, and it's him, and he starts saying some wild shit. So she records him.
So you couldn't even succeed at that. You couldn't even get a text back. You couldn't get a text back, so you have to call me from no caller ID. No caller ID. Really, bro? Really, bro? And you're not? And you're not?
No, you were just a quick fuck. I was just trying to fuck you.
But you're not single.
No, never. I feel picture.
Well, I feel sorry for her then. I feel sorry because you're trying to come at me. Oh my God. You're about to be so famous all over the fucking internet. I wish you would. You're about Slap to be the so
shit out of
famous
it when
all
he
over the
sees
fucking internet,
me.
buddy. I'm going to blast your picture along with this recording because guess what?
You a dumb bitch.
Oh, I'm going to keep you a dumb bitch and I'm going to show 1.1 million people on TikTok.
I'll see your 1.1 million and I'll raise you 5.7 million. Angry because she didn't respond to his text or didn't want to date him. Claims he's in a relationship that he was just looking to fuck. and then threatens physical violence. He told her his name is Julius, and that's partially true. His first name is Trocon or Trohan maybe. Remember how he threatened to physically assault her? Well, that would appear to be on brand for Mr. Williams. And he seems to keep himself very busy because already her video has had a sketch about him.
Okay, but I got an email from this same dude, and he had to have taken my email from my Instagram profile. So here's the picture, same picture, and the email that he sent me.
So yeah, claims he works a federal job in the government field, is active on dating sites and swinging websites. And he likes to threaten violence against women who don't text him back fast enough. The good news is he seems to like to use the same couple of photographs. So women, especially in the Tampa area, that's where he currently is, just kind of commit these images to memory. Also, Trocon, if you see this, all this information is being turned over to the gym. So I highly recommend you never show your fucking face there again. And you may want to go ahead and move back out of Tampa.
Now, you guys saw both of those videos, and
Man, Camo, break it down if you like.
Okay, hold on. So I mean, it's funny, I guess, because I've watched it. So this was so, it wasn't shocking, but it was shocking because I know how these men behave. I know, from experiences that I've had, in public with guys, not wanting to give them, the time of day. And also he talks the same talk that all of the incels on YouTube talk about. That's why you single and die alone and all this other thing. But to see it done, it hasn't been done to me in public. Like I've never had anyone do that, Kevin Samuels stuff in public. So it was very interesting to see how that looks in real life. I have seen manosphere people like in public and stuff like that, but I have never interacted with any of them. So the first thing that I noticed was that he future faked her, basically when he said, I want to financially take care of you. And a lot of men future fake a lot of women, and that's why you have a lot of single mothers, because they future fake them and into thinking that they're gonna give them a life and take care of them, and love them and whatever else. And then later on, after they give what they want, and then now this child is here, that was not even ever the plan to be with her. But they future fake because they're not man enough to say, I just want to sleep with you. And that's just it. So that's what he did. But the craziest part of this is that he approached her saying, I want to financially take care of you. And this is why and Big J was over on Tam, and now you understand why it's important, why I made it my business to show the difference in how Kevin Samuels told black men to treat black women, and the difference in how Jordan Peterson told white men to treat white women. And it was a big difference. And then, you got this 50-50 thing and all this other stuff. So these men is telling black women that they're not good enough. Average black women. You're not going to tell me that the average and best lady did not look better than Becky right there. No offense, Becky, like you're cool, but you're not going to tell me that woman didn't look better. I mean, that the average and best woman did not look better than her. But he came straight to her he knew what time it is with her. He knew that these women expect for you to provide, and you're going to pay for everything. So he knew exactly what to say, or he thought he knew exactly what to say to get her her attention, which is extremely weird because when you first meet somebody, you're not telling them, I'm going to take care of you. Like that's some real weak, weird stuff anyway. So her being cautious of him was very smart, because the things that he was saying that in these text messages were ridiculous. Like it was very strange. And his behavior all the way up to this, I believe that he would have done something to this woman. Like I really do believe that he is definitely unhinged. He sounds like a lot of these men that's online, and that's why black women need to always stay ready, so you don't got to get ready. Like get yourself something. These men is unhinged, and I heard people say, well, why did she give him the number? Look, first of all, this man goes to the same gym with her. Look how he act on the phone. Had she given him a fake number, or if she gave him you know if she didn't give him her number, who knows what he would have done to her. He's upset because a woman that he does not know, didn't answer the phone for him, calls her back from another number on a caller ID. It was a lose-lose for her all the way around. The best thing about this situation is the man from her community showed up and made a public announcement. So basically, he's a wanted man right now. Like, if he walk across the street wrong, like, he's going to be sent to meet his maker. And this man didn't say, well, what did she do and why did she? Yeah, because y'all be doing this and this was y'all the one who did. Like, he didn't say none of that. He made it 100% clear. Don't let me see you in the gym at all. Like, we just know that you need to leave the whole state, and it's real. And that's what he said. Like, don't let me catch you. Like, don't let us catch you. This man called the gym. He called the gym. This man don't know her. He called the gym. He called the police department. He made this video. He found him, got his information, and made this video, for a woman in his community that he didn't know, and he didn't have to know her.
And
So,
you see how he stepped up. You see how he stepped up for
Right.
his
Yeah.
woman. You see how he did that, right?
You think the men in his community is calling him a simp? Like, no.
Exactly.
You don't see no men in his community calling him a simp. Ain't no black man definitely stepping to him calling him no simp.
Right. And it's like we need men like that in our communities, and it's like we can't even depend on some of the best of them because they don't want to be seen as a simp. And it's like we have these unhinged human beings walking around asking us for our number, and we're scared to say no. I know she was scared to say no. I know she was scared. That's what she was scared of. That's why she gave it to him, because she wanted to get out of the gym or get away from, or have him get away from her as soon as possible. And as soon as she got home, she was like, nope, I can't even do it. And sure enough, her instincts were correct. He was a goofy. He was a maniac, right? Over the phone. This is
I seen black women. Of course, they got a mammy, because they got a mammy for their guns. Oh, he just a hurt man. This is why so many black women are losing his dead life. He's just a. Do you know? Hold on, I didn't even say this. We didn't even get this far because we're watching the video of the video on somebody else's channel, but there was a comment on her comments of a black woman asking for his Insta or whatever, trying to get in contact with him. Like, the thirst is like real. And then there was women in the comment section saying, oh, he's just a hurt black man, and you got to understand that he hurting and all this other stuff. This man right here will be up in some black woman house, laid up, eating all the kids Lunchables, Capri Suns, and fruit snacks on the white man internet,
right,
talking to white women.
Right.
And then when she tried to put him up, he will send her to meet her maker if he has not already done it.
Right.
And he gives you that vibe. He gives you the vibe of he'll wait outside your house and try to hurt you because you rejected him, and that's just nuts.
Right.
That's just nuts.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, this is bad. Like, this is real. You had that passport broke over there to China and delete that girl.
Right.
And this is real. This is really this is why they get mad when I say black male culture, but this is black male culture.
Right. And it's like, it's okay. It's like, why don't y'all see that there's a problem? There's a problem going on over there. It's like a lot of mentally ill human beings in that incel group. I mean, it just is what it is. And no way are we going over there to wade in the middle of them trying to find a decent man. It's not going to happen because you're not socially inept anyway. And then if we reject you, we might get slapped, we might get stabbed, we might get shot. We say the wrong thing, look at you funny. Nobody wants to deal with that. Nobody wants to deal with an unhinged human being that we might look up and he might be standing over us in the middle of the night. No way. I
He-
ain't doing that.
He's the
Yeah.
type that's going to come with a sob story and a lot of baggage that's going to be put upon you of why he this and why he got kids and why he can't get a job and the government and this is not. But in the beginning he told you when he tried to talk to you, he told you he was going to take care of you.
Right.
Like no.
Right.
Like that's ridiculous. Like with that lady, I'm glad she laughed and she know that her complexion comes with protection. She
Right.
know that she know that the men in her community is going to support her, and she laughed at him like you just signed your death wish. That's just it,
Yeah.
and that's all. And I don't feel bad. I feel like he needs to go. I'm sorry. Like if he's going to hurt somebody, he needs to be taken care of and taken out. Some people you cannot fix. He's going to end up behind bars or in a casket anyway.
So
Some
so
people you cannot
Brad
fix.
so Brad threatened him, did Brad threatened him? Is that what happened?
Yeah. He told
So
him don't come back. He told him don't come back to that gym. Dude, you don't come back to that gym, and you need to get out of the state.
no, right. How do you feel? Wake up in the morning, you going to work, and then the next day you done made a fatal mistake, and now you got to leave the state. You got people hunting you down because you said
He's a
some
dummy.
stupid stuff.
I mean, that's how
And then
dumb they are.
I looked up his record, and because you know me, I'm gonna look up everything. Yeah, I'm gonna find you, buddy.
Right,
And he got assault charges against women. Like, ladies, please, like.
right.
He's ugly to me. I think he's ugly, but he definitely ain't horribly ugly where some dummy is going to get with him,
Oh, of
and it's
course.
going to be the worst mistake of their life, which
Right.
it has already been because he's already been arrested, charged for domestic violence a few times or whatever. Look what kind of stuff he told this white woman that he was going to slap her. You know what kind of balls that is? What black man is running around telling white this is what black men doing?
Right, right. I mean, like you tell the first thing you lead with is I want to financially take care of you. First off, that would have just threw me off right there anyway. For you to be saying something like that. I mean, I never would have gave him my number. I would have gave him some kind of crazy number. I don't know, but I would have never gave him my number.
I think she did everything smart. Like sometimes you gotta. Every situation is different. As women, we have gut instincts and we know what's right, and you gotta follow him. And I feel like she did the right thing. Everything that happened it was destined to happen. He needed to be exposed,
Right.
and
Yeah,
she
that's a
saved
good
a lot of women.
Right. That's a good thing. Yes, it was. It definitely was. Kudos for her. Kudos for her.
I don't have people call the wrong number, a guy or something, call the wrong number, and then I be like, oh, it's the wrong number, and then he started talking to me like I'm like, bro, like this is the wrong number, like why, like what are you doing? This is not about to be what you think this is. Like you're calling the wrong number. Like what? Like the entitlement of these men. Oh well, what you doing then? But what you doing though? Like nothing. Like get off of my phone.
DJ,
This is the wrong number.
Can you imagine somebody calling Camo and trying to talk to her, and she
and
you
getting
go,
roasted,
okay.
getting roasted doing it.
All right.
The heck is going on? It's crazy. Like people already on this YouTube and don't like me. I'd be suspicious of every damn thing. But yeah, don't call me talking my son. Well, what you doing though? Like none of your business. I don't know you. What do you think this is? The hotline? Like this is not a date and a party line. But that was like I watched that. I'm gonna tell you something. I watched that thing an ungodly amount of times because I think this the first time I seen them in action. I don't like the term preference. I just do not. I don't like the term preference because just because they prefer something, don't.
Camo,
your sound is out. Camo, wait, let me let her know. Camo, your sound is out. Okay, she left off. There's probably a good while Camo gets back up here. I'm going to drop her the link again. Alexander, what are your thoughts? Are you there?
Hi, Alexander.
Hey, I just want to say these entitled black men guys looking bad out here, and it's sad as a black man to say it, but it's the truth. I mean, it's like they want to shame men for standing up for women, but when their behavior gets exposed, it's all of a sudden, you have the black male worshipers saying, "Oh, he's just a hurt black man," and that's the problem too. Black male worshiping. Black male worshiping has gotten these men to be entitled to the point where now they're threatening violence. And that's the thing that I'm afraid of the most, is that they will commit violence. And to the women who worships at the ground that black men walk on, only thing I have to say is that I will stay far away from you as possible, because I have a no black male worshiping policy in my family, which means we do not worship black men who do wrong. We do not march for a black man that does a crime. We don't do none of that, because we believe in holding a man accountable, unlike the black male worshipers who, worships black men.
Absolutely.
Well said. Camo, you back? You back online? No, she's not.
She's not.
Yeah, she's getting a lot of phone calls, folks. So let's see what else I got going on here. Let's see.
Yeah, that video should be shared. That video should be shared all over the internet, everywhere.
Yeah.
As a warning, as the folks tell, it just needs to be warned that that's how they're doing it.
Yesterday, I wanted this video to play yesterday when what is his name that was on up here on the panel yesterday.
Sigma.
Yeah,
not Sigma. I didn't hear him, thank God. But Chester. Yeah. I wanted him to hear this because he has a habit of talking about different white women. Like yesterday he was like, "Well, who is those white women up there?" And I want to see her and da. You can't be just because I don't know what's on these men's mind that assume that just because they like something that person like you. A lot of these women don't like you. They don't.
Right.
Well, I don't like
and these women are getting tired of you playing with their name online because it's embarrassing.
And he thought that we would be jealous because he was doing it. He was trying to make the women jealous by saying that. He was trying to
He does it all the time. I don't know who he think would be jealous. Like Chester knows, he live in his skin. He knows no woman has ever been jealous for him.
Why do black men think we black women are jealous of white women?
They don't think so. They just want you to be jealous. They think being treasonous and saying the things that they say make them look good or special. And in reality, the world looks at them as weak, and other groups of men look at them as weak. And that's why when you're fighting for reparations and all these things, the government is not going to give black men money because of what they do. You don't take care of your community. You don't take care of your women and children. Like you're just an extra mouth for them to feed. So it would look much better if black men was more productive in the country asking for reparations. You weren't there at slavery time.
Right.
So if you getting this money would be for your community, to better your people. But you're not going to do that. And the government knows that you're not going to do that. That's why they never put money in black men's hands.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, unfortunately, we have a track record for spending money like water. So that's, I mean, why would you?
I mean, why would they give you money to? You got they see everything. You got passport bros talking. Even though the good percentage of black men is not passport bros, a good percentage is also not with women of other races. But the way that black men come across is as if they desire to be with these women of other races more than their own. They care more about other they have some type of self-hate issue with their skin complexion, but it still don't matter, because even in those marriages, the worst relationships is between black men and white women, like, period. Like, if you look at statistics, those relationships do not work at all, ever. They're the least working relationships at all. But both of those two people have a lot in common. A lot of them are, white women are entitled, they're entitled. White women is delusional, they're delusional. Black women coddled and spoiled black men, and white men did the same thing to white women. So they have a lot in common. So they do mesh well together, but it still don't work there either. I don't know, but I know this. No one is giving you money to trick off on white women and on overseas and buy jewelry and all this other stuff. That, just like I think one of you said, the government pay attention to what black men spend money on.
Right. That's correct.
The ones who have money, that's who they looking at as, if we give them money, what would they actually do? Are they going to build up, are they going to contribute to society and make America great again, or whatever white people talking about right now?
Right.
And they already know the answer is no. Why would they give you money to leave the country?
Right.
They're not.
Yeah, you're right. That makes sense. Right.
Yeah. So yeah, basically, it's crazy that we continue to destroy our reputation. That's what we continue to do. I would think that as black men, as a group, we should just focus on repairing that. And the problem is that we don't want to. We simply don't. We want
Hold
everything
on for a second. LaQuinto, Native Americans stick with their own people too. And so the talking point is to remain that you don't do anything for your community as a group. Native Americans ain't doing that well, but they actually stay together. And the men in their community are with the women in their community. And they take care of the children and women in their community.
Exactly.
What is it?
Yep.
What part of that don't you understand? You can deny it. The fact that black men deny these things so much is why you remain in the space that you are in. You want to live in this fairy tale that is not happening. It's not. The king and queen and queen stuff and we was kings and all that other stuff it's not helping you at all. The reality is what you see, and that's why you don't like when black women tell you the truth. You call it talking down on you. No, we're going to tell you a black woman that care about you is going to tell you the truth. They're not going to lie to you and rub your back and say, it's all right, don't worry about it. You ain't worked in 5 years, but it's okay. It's the white man that's holding you. No, that's not what real women who care about you do.
Well said.
Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, that's true. I mean, this is my my thoughts on that is that you are correct. See, black women have been getting the reputation of being, of being bossy, but it's not that. It's being truthful. It's just being blunt and truthful. And it's funny because they don't mind hearing it out of Kevin Samuels, but when it comes from a woman, now they got an issue. That's the problem that's been going on. It's like, I rarely hear black women being as hard on black men as the old Kevin before he started bashing black women was on black men. He was, I mean, he would tell them straight up what was going on. The problem was that they weren't listening to him. They didn't want to hear that from him. So it's funny that when they hear it from a black woman, same information. Now it's a problem. Now it's a black woman being angry or mean or something like that, and that's the problem. That's sad. That is very sad.
Right.
So
I
anyway.
mean, at this point, I don't know what to say. You know, I don't know what to tell them no more. Like it's really bad. I mean, it's getting worse. Like I guess because we have social media, so things can be exposed like really quickly, just like this man right here. And then they're not gonna. They just don't. I don't know what it is. Like that pride or whatever that thing is that black men gotta go. Whatever those fairy tales that was told to black men when they were children must have really stuck to them, because they do not live in reality at all.
That is true. And that's one of the few things that I want to make sure that black men know. You got to be it. We use the term keeping it real or keeping it 100 or no cap, but we don't behave like that. You guys know better. Like when, I hate to bring it up, but when Ebony was posed that question about the bus driver, y'all should have been telling Van Zant, Negress, please. She too rich for a bus driver. Just for your own sake, for the sake of being logical. I mean, when have you even heard a male millionaire wanting to date a female bus driver?
Right.
So you guys got to start. You guys got to start using them brain cells and understanding that logic is the only thing really you have that's going to take you out of a hole. Right. It's like, okay, I'm in this hole. I need a shovel. Let me grab a shovel. And the shovel, I'm not saying is a physical shovel, but a mental shovel is what do I need to do to get out of this hole? Okay. Right. This young lady over here, she's been making $200,000 a year, and let me think about this. If a white woman was making $200,000 a year, I wouldn't even talk to her because I knew that I'm not on her time. So why is it when a black woman is making $200,000 a year or something like that, now she's on your time?
But
isn't it crazy that he told this modern white woman with a very average face,
very average, yes,
that she actually looks like Curtis. I can't think of his name from Tears from Fears. Tears from
yes, I do. Tears from Fears, yeah.
No,
everybody wants a rude
shout. Yes, she does. She look. I mean, I'm not. I don't think she's an ugly woman, but she definitely has a masculine, which is what they want to say, jaw and stuff, and he literally and now here it is, she got probably more money than he got, and he telling her he's going to take care of her, but they come over and run around in chats and troll talk and say y'all too masculine, and that's why black men don't want to provide for y'all. We just go like all of that is just like he tried to play her with that BS that he wrote in them text messages. This is exactly the same thing they do to you. So like, I mean, seeing this, like women, you gotta just do better. Like, you cannot feel sorry for them. And LaQuinto, again, nothing that you say is gonna change what I'm saying, because you know what? This is the thing about the Native Americans. You're right. They do have alcohol problems. They got drug problems. They got all those problems. But guess what? They keep in their community. Their money is spent in their own community. Everything is in their community. White men do not want black men in their community. They don't. They see that whenever black men get money, what is the first thing that they do? They go get a white woman. That is one of the number one reasons they're not going to give you money, because they see your behavior as well. Because we have a bunch of violent drug addicts, alcoholics, and all those things, just like the Native Americans. The difference is that those Native Americans are doing it in their own community with their own money. They didn't get their they didn't get their check every month or whatever they do and go try to find white women.
Well said.
Right.
Oh, all right. Let's wrap this up, folks. Alexander, do you have any last thoughts, epiphanies, anything?
Oh man. Shoot. Well, the only thing I can say is if the majority of black men is acting like this, and they are, I would say black women will have to put themselves first and open up their options. And
exactly.
And do not let black men in the manosphere scare you away from opening up your options. Because think about what I saw, what happened to Jonathan Majors is that he got in trouble with a white woman, and now all of a sudden he's with a black woman. Black women, stop being the cleanup woman.
Well said.
Well said. Well said.
Heathen Queen.
Well, I say it's never going to change until we get one party to admit that there are issues on their side, just like they like to point out the issues on our side. Everybody has to be accountable for their side, right? We can be accountable all we want, but when the other side doesn't want to admit that they have issues, that they have problems as well, we're never going to get anywhere. And I don't see anyone. I see we're going to be an alpha. I see a sigma. I see we need to be able to tell women what to do. They need to submit. I hear all the things that women need to do, but I don't hear what the things that the men need to do. And as long as they don't understand that there are things on their end that they need to do, the bridge is not going to get gapped. I mean, gap is not going to be bridged.
Right.
All right.
I agree 150%. All right.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Camo, what do you think?
I don't really have much to say. I mean, the last situation. I mean, can you hear me?
Sure can.
Okay, the last situation that we watched. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm driving. This last situation that we watched today. You know, I'm out because I'm always out. But you know, somebody from somewhere else told me that we needed to touch grass. So, you know, I'm out. I'm outside. But anyway,
I hear that.
I'm out in these streets.
You're right. You either the car or you're in the
always
store.
Or I'm in the store or I'm going somewhere. But let me get myself. Hold on for a second. Let me get myself stable because this is becoming too much.
Okay. Yeah, take your time.
Right.
We don't want you in an accident.
Okay. So yeah, like this situation with this guy right here is just a mess. Like this was. I don't know, that entitled, it proved everything that Black women have been saying, you know, about, you know, some of these men and what it is that they have to deal with. And some of the other women of no color who are dealing with them and now frustrated coming to Black women, asking them what they should, you know, how to deal with Black men. But, you know, I'm
the answer really is don't. The answer is don't.
You know, that one thing that that was something that I wanted to talk about, because I heard I saw somebody in the comment section say, well, why don't you just tell Black women to date out? The reason why I don't tell Black women to date out, because I don't tell grown people what to do. I know what, and I also live in reality, and I know that there's nothing wrong with Black women being attracted to the men in their community. Every group in the world is attracted to the men in their community, to the people in the community. The only people that act outside of that is Black men. They're the only trees in this group of men that go around parading other groups of women and throwing them in your face, even though those women still don't look at them either. They're the only ones that do that. So I know that it's Black women are normal for wanting to be with Black men. The issue is that the question is, do they make good mates? Like, are you having success with them? And so therefore I don't tell Black women to date out, but there's a lot of divested women around. There's a lot of divested channels. And when a Black woman is ready to step outside and date out, those women who specialize in that can tell her. I always lived a lifestyle where I was able to date whoever I wanted to. I married whoever I wanted to, and he just happened to be of two cultures, Black and white. So but women, there's divested women that was loyal to Black men before, and they decided to divest, and those are the women that I feel should be talking to Black women about divestment. And they're around, so that's all I got. Like, just be safe. Like, stop feeling, you cannot feel sorry for these men. As you see, the way that man came at that Becky is not how he come at Black women. And when I say that, I mean Black men is not coming at you saying, I want to take care of you. They're telling you to pay 50-50 and you got to jump through all these hoops. And that the fact that he knew exactly what to say to this woman means that he knew that this woman had standards that he had to match to get her attention. So just make sure that, you're being safe out here while dating, and you're making good choices, and you're always choose you first before anything. That's all I got to say.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said. Everybody, thank you for coming through. Camo, let's talk about your next show. You got my email. Hey, ladies, had a show coming up. We got to keep doing this. I love this knowledge and information y'all are dropping. That includes Heathen Queen, Alex, everybody. Thank you. Here we go.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Money, money, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. Yo vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah. Yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Yeah. Money work, corazón, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for coming to